Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's Genevieve here and today we are doing another speed build, obviously. So today I decided to do something completely different and just get creative and put your mind to the test, because that's what The Sims is all about, and just go crazy and see what I could come up with. So right now we're just busy with the terrain tool. So as you can see in the thumbnail, I am busy doing a Fairyland build. So it's just a large property with a lot of individual homes, and it just builds up a whole fairy tale Fairyland theme, and that's what I was going for. So yeah, this is gonna be split into two parts. I just wanted to mention that because this video would have been about 40 minutes long, so I didn't want it to be too long for you guys. So we're definitely gonna split it into two parts. So this video only has 3 properties at the moment, and then we're going to build about another 5 homes in the second, in part 2. So yeah, so right now we're just fiddling with the terrain tool and actually making the depth of the different terrains just higher than each other, and I feel like it just gave it that Fairyland vibe. And yeah, so we're just messing around. We added in a few stairs just so your Sims can walk up to see each other and visit each other. And yeah, I thought this was just a really cool build, and I've been really enjoying doing this. And as I mentioned, I love putting my mind to the test and just being very creative, and I think you guys enjoy that as well. So whenever something pops into my brain, I just sit for a few hours and just start building, and I absolutely love it. So right now we're first starting off with the blue house. So each house has their own color scheme, which I absolutely love. So it's basically like rainbow vibes, if you would say. And then yeah, so everything's just very flowery and just beautiful, and when you look at this, it's just like, it's beautiful. I'm absolutely in love with this build and just this lot in general, and I definitely am excited to see the end result once I'm done with the 5 homes and just completing the rest of the lot. So I'm very excited for that. And then I think I'll probably do like a create a sim where I create the Sims that are going to live in this lot and make them look very fairy tale like. Let me know if you guys are interested in that type of cast. So create a sim. So let me know if you're interested in seeing that. And yeah, so right now we're just finishing with the exterior of the first home. These homes are very small. I didn't want to make them too big, so they only have 1 room, perfect for a fairy sim to live in, and at least there's a number of homes in this build as well. So you can have probably about 8 Sims living in one lot, which is perfect because I know the maximum that you can have in one lot is 8. There is a cheat that you can use that makes you include more people, but it starts delaying your game and causing problems, so we don't want that. So yeah, so right now, as you can see, I just skipped a few of the landscaping. I just want to mention that I didn't include all the landscaping in the videos because it just took a lot of time, and I feel like landscaping can be very monotonous and very boring, so I did skip quite a bit of that. So as you saw, the roofing of all the homes is going to be covered with flowers just to make it as beautiful and fairy-like as I can. So I just raised all the colors of the flowers just to go all over the roofing, and I felt like that was really awesome, because if you do look at Fairyland or fairy tale homes, they have a whole bunch of flowers everywhere because obviously they're in the forest, or yeah. So right now we're busy creating the interior of the blue home. So yeah, I stuck with the color schemes, so majority of the homes are very colorful and just very the same color. Just put it that way, it's very the same color, and yeah, I really enjoyed it, and especially with all the different colors, it just changes everything up and it doesn't look the same at all, which is very nice. And then also the exteriors of all the homes are completely different to each other. So yeah, so right now we're just finishing with the kitchen. So the idea came about, I don't know, when I get to work and I have a bit of spare time, I sit on Pinterest or Google and I just look at a few ideas to build for when I get home, and I just came about fairy houses. and I thought that was really cool. So the images that I use just for a bit of inspiration is like your fairy homes that you can put in the back of your garden just as some decor. So I just printed a few pictures of those, and yeah, that's just basically where the inspiration came from. And yeah, so that's a bit of the background to this video. So right now we just carrying on with the interior for this home. Not a lot of space, but I feel like it's got all the necessities as usual that your Sims need, so that's all that matters, and it just looks very small and very cute, which I absolutely love. So we just finished with the kitchen now, and we're moving on to the lounge. So it's got a small tiny TV, but I feel like your Sims that live on this plot won't really stay in at their homes. They'll be more socializing and just communicating with everybody else that lives on this lot, or the other fairies, if you would say. So yeah, so right now we just finished with the lounge, and now we're moving on to the bathroom. So I did decide to keep all the bathroom videos in this video, because normally I take them out because it can be very monotonous and the same thing and same style. But because every single home is different, I decided to keep the bathrooms and the design in this video. So yeah, so in this video we decided to create a blue house, a pink house, and a red house. And then I'm thinking of color schemes of purple, one to be completely white, and then maybe yellow, and then I don't know what other color I will use, but we'll get there. And then, oh my gosh, this room, I just didn't know, because it's so small, I did not know where to put the bed. The kids' bed would have been perfect because it's so small, but I decided to just cram this bed. Hopefully the Sim can use it. I haven't play tested it yet, but I'm pretty sure they can, because just the pillows through the wall, and they don't really need to get in by the pillow side. So I think it will work. I'm pretty positive that it will. So yeah, so that was a bit of a pain, and just to try fit it in, I was starting to stress. I was like, do I really have to rebuild this whole home just to fit the bed in the house? But luckily we didn't have to do that. And then I also just wanted to mention, I do mention this in the majority of my videos, is the red shelf that you just saw there. So that is a CC item that you can download. I will have the link in the description box below. And yeah, so it's a CC item, so you know you can use your 9 and 0 keys to raise and lower your items. So the red shelf just basically keeps everything at one level. So if you downscale an object, like lamps would float on tables, so you use the red shelf to keep it at that level. So just an idea if you do like a lot of clutter. And oh my gosh, how excited are you guys about the new updates with the Sims? They're changing their whole view and just the look of the Sims. I'm so excited, especially the Sims blimp. It looks amazing. I'm so happy. It's just so nice because The Sims has been going on for so long now. I think The Sims 4 is moving on to 5 years now. And the blimps and the logos and everything like that has remained the same throughout. So I think it definitely adds a much better vibe and a more excitement to the game, if you would say. And then also, if you guys are like me and you like to clutter, they did mention that they're adding in over 1,000 debug objects. Now if you guys don't know about debug, so it's a thing where you can type debug in the search bar when you are building, and it brings up items that your Sims use on a daily basis, or objects that are all around the world. So if you see a fence that is not in your game, it will probably be in the debug section. And also like the achievements that your Sims can unlock and things like that. So it's bb.showhiddenobjects is the cheat that you'll use, and then it brings up all the items that are not necessarily in the game, if you would say. But yeah, they're adding over 1,000 debug objects. Like, that is going to just change the whole cluttering of The Sims. Like, it's going to take it to a whole nother level. So I'm very excited with that. But yeah, just this update is, and then we get another expansion pack. They mentioned that. So I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's Realm of Magic, but that's going to be a game pack. So there's another whole expansion pack that's going to be released before the end of the year. So really, I honestly don't know what it could be. I know a lot of people have been asking for university so that the children and the teenagers can go back to school. but I just don't know, like the Sims have just been mind-blowing, especially bringing back island living and just bringing that whole island vibe back into the game. It's just like you never know what's gonna come, and I absolutely love that. So yeah, very excited, very excited about that. And then yeah, so right now we just, as I've been babbling on, we've built the second home. So this is the pink home. As you can see, the whole layout is completely different, as well as the exterior. So this one's very pink on the inside. And yeah, so we just finished with the kitchen and the dining room. So very small dining room, and then we just adding in some cluttered objects just to fill up the cabinets and the spaces on the tables. What's nice about doing this is that your Sims can still use the shelves or the cabinets when they make food. So at least if you push everything to the back, they still have space in the front to make their food. And then we're gonna just create a small little lounge area over here. Nothing special, nothing fancy, just very pink. I definitely love working with a whole bunch of colors, because usually when you build homes you stick to one color scheme, or whether it be suburban or rustic or modern, you just stick to like the main colors that would be in that home. So by doing this build, I'm absolutely loving just using one color scheme and actually finding objects that I rarely use. But yeah, so we're just adding a few shelves here, and we're just going to clutter up these shelves just to give it some oomph and make it feel very homely and make it look like the Sim actually does something in their home. So yeah, so if you guys are really enjoying this video or my content in general, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. It will notify you every time I upload a new video, so you'll be the first one to know that a new video is up, and it's probably something very different and very exciting. I'm definitely loving just getting into the whole hang of The Sims again, and yeah, just messing around and building. I'm absolutely loving it, and especially when you get home from work and you're just tired and stressed and you don't want to think about it, literally just jump onto The Sims and all your worries just go away. Your creativity comes out, your inspiration, and you literally don't think about anything. That's why I started gaming in the first place. Well, I started gaming when I was like 5 years old. So I started off on the PlayStation 1, and I absolutely loved it there and then. I started off on like Crash Bandicoot and Tomb Raider. Oh my gosh, I just think about those, but that's what I started off on, and I've just been addicted to gaming since then. I think I started playing The Sims when I was 8 years old. I started on The Sims 2. I never played The Sims 1. I did buy The Sims 1, but now when I think about it, I bought an expansion pack rather than just the main Sims, and I didn't know why it wouldn't work. So now if I actually think about it, I'm like, okay, I actually bought an expansion pack or an added on pack, and that's why the game was not working. But yeah, absolutely just, I'm so glad I'm back into it and just doing what I absolutely love and showing you guys all the ideas and creative ways of doing things in The Sims. So right now we're moving on to the red home. So this home is a bit different. The style of the home is completely weird, and yeah, the roofing took a bit of time, but we eventually got there. And then I'm going to add a few red flowers on the top, and yeah, absolutely love how this video has come out so far, or this lot and the build. I would definitely love to hear your guys' opinions, and as always, if you have any ideas of any TV series or shows, I don't know, cartoons, or just houses in general that you would love to see in The Sims, just comment down below and I'll definitely put my mind to the test and start building that. And I definitely want to incorporate a lot of builds that you guys are interested in. I know a lot of people want a base game build, so I actually did a suburban base game build previously. If you haven't seen that, you can go check it out. And yeah, I absolutely just love taking things from series or movies and actually recreating it in The Sims. So I basically have done Friends, I did their apartments, Chandler, Joey's, Monica and Rachel's apartment. I did the Mad Hatter's home. That one came out really awesome. I absolutely loved it, especially with the terrain tool and like creating mountains in the background. Love that. And then what else have I created? Fortnite. I created paradise palms in Fortnite. I know I've gotten a lot of feedback on my Facebook page and they're like, oh my gosh, check this. She created paradise palms from Fortnite in The Sims. So I love seeing that reaction when it comes to my videos. So that's why I love doing things that are unique and very different, because it's just the reaction that you get from your viewers or people who see your videos and they just like, oh my gosh, like that's hectic and crazy. But I absolutely love doing that build. I literally went into Fortnite on my Xbox and I took pictures on my own in what is it, creative mode, I think it is. I haven't played Fortnite in such a long time, but yeah, I literally went into the game and took pictures of every single part of Paradise Palms. And yeah, so it was it was quite a challenge, but I absolutely love the outcome of that, and it actually looks very similar to it, which I'm very happy about. But anyways, I've been babbling so long and getting off topic. But anyways, so right now we just finished in the kitchen in the red home. So I just added a few cluttered items on the shelves, and yeah, this is probably the reddest home I've ever seen. I did like try calm it down with adding a bit of white wallpaper to the kitchen, because with the red tiles and the red wooden floors and then the red wallpaper, red counters, red everything, it just looks too red. It just, yeah, even though I'm going with the color scheme, it just looked way too red. So I just tried to calm that down a bit and put a bit of white pictures, the white tables, and then I changed the carpet to be white. And then I added a little bit of white wallpaper, as you can see there. And then we're going to move on to the bedroom, and yeah, so that's basically this part 1 of the Fairyland video. I'm very excited for you guys to see part 2. Hit that like button if you definitely are excited to see part 2. And yeah, well, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.